up, clean night, can't cheat. Paranoid, overthinking. You say your life ain't the same way it seems. Time to get paid.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a top, I don't really got a number, just like top things I like about my ZL1 after I put over 10,000 miles on it. It's about 12,000 now that I put on it in the short amount of time that I've had it. I couldn't narrow it down to 5, so I just put a bunch of stuff in there. I actually don't even know how many we just put in, so we're just going to get into it and talk about my favorite things about it. So let's go. Alright, so right off the bat, guys, whatever number it is, the stance of this car to me is absolutely amazing. It's stock ride height, but the splitter and the whole front bumper and everything makes it look so aggressive, like it's lowered or whatever. But it's just stock ride height, and it just makes it look so aggressive with the splitter, side skirts, and the spoiler in the back. Diffuser looks pretty nice too, but the splitter's what really makes it look like the best feature. And just like there's a bit of a wheel gap on the front and the back, but I mean it's nowhere near like how the SS is. And truth be told, I am actually thinking about lowering this thing on some lowering springs. Not too much, just a little bit, just to clear that wheel gap a little bit more, because it already sits low enough and I scrape in quite enough places. But I think if we lower it just a little bit, it'll look just that much better. But that is definitely one of my favorite things about the ZL1 is just the stance of it and how it looks. Alright, the next thing up that I absolutely love, it's actually grown on me a lot, were these wheels. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw ZL1s and stuff, I wasn't the biggest fan of the wheels, but ever since I've got this, I am absolutely in love with this wheel, especially when they're clean. They're pretty dirty right now, but when they're cleaned up, this color on this against the wrap and everything just looks absolutely amazing. But this one came with the carbon fiber insert, and that is one thing that I really wanted on the ZL1 whenever I got it, and I'm super glad this one came with it. I definitely needed my ZL1 to have that alongside with the sunroof. It is it's again a package that doesn't come on all ZL1s, but that is something that I absolutely wanted on mine, and I'm super glad I found one with both of the options on here. The sunroof, which I love just popping almost every time I drive, even when it's cold out, pop that, and it makes the car look so much different, you know. That with the carbon fiber hood insert are two of my favorite things ever on any ZL1, honestly. But I'm super glad I got it on my ZL1, and I think it looks amazing, especially compared to just the black here. The carbon fiber just exquisite. Alright, so the next thing I absolutely love about this car is the whole interior about the ZL1. And it does have Recaro seats, which the 1LEs do as well. It's got the Alcantara in the center with the leather inserts perforated, so it's got heated and ventilated seats, and leather bolsters on the side, which are pretty bolstered up, which I absolutely love. That with the red seat belts, of course, with all the red accents on all the stitching and everything. But on the ZL1s, all the like panels and stuff like this, so like where you could put your arm out the window, knee bolsters and another shoulder bolster here, all this is Alcantara. And right here on the dash, Alcantara, which on the ZL1 1LEs, that is actually, you can get a carbon fiber one. I'm not sure if they come in the regular ZL1s, but I've seen on my friend's 1LE, he did have a carbon fiber one here, but I do indeed prefer this over the carbon fiber one, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I know I said I really enjoyed the carbon fiber hood, but for the interior, I think that the Alcantara looks a lot better, and with the knee bolster here as well, and on the shift knob. I don't know why, I've always wanted like an Alcantara steering wheel, and yeah, I finally got it. But the whole Alcantara interior really, in my opinion, it ties it in pretty well. Definitely one of my favorite parts, and especially like sitting in the seat, all with the bolsters and stuff like that. You could go at any speed and anything and just be chilling. You don't really have to worry about sliding anywhere. And especially this whole road trips, you wouldn't think that it's too comfortable, but these seats are absolutely amazing for like any road trip. I've gone as far as 4 hours and rode comfortably without having to needing to get out and stretch a few times. But of course, it does have the Bose sound system, which I also talked about in the last video. It's absolutely phenomenal. Sounds amazing. Like I said, you can just on a road trip just put the suspension in tour, chill in the seats, listen to music, and you cannot even tell that this was a ZL1, to be honest with you. But whenever you need it to be a ZL1, you drop it into sport or track mode, turn down the music, and just do the thing that it does. But other than that, I cannot get over this interior. Like it's simple, but it works for me. I absolutely love it. But yeah, just like the way the whole like infotainment is, and it's slightly slanted towards you, so it kind of keeps away the sun or kind of keeps the sun off of it, so you can actually see it while you're driving. And just the whole cluster right here. The car is off, so that's why it has the check engine light. But yeah, I love how everything's digital there, and it's just so nice to have, and you know, you can go through any like function or whatever. That's actually how many miles I put on the car, 11.7, so it is closing in on 12, but pretty much over 10,000 miles. Thought I'd do a little review. I do love the interior lights that you can vaguely see right now because it's, there you go. It's just strobing right now because I have it in park, and whenever you put it in drive, it's got a selected color. But yeah, the interior, absolutely, I cannot think of a better interior. I absolutely love it. That with the, like I said, the sunroof makes me absolutely adore this car. Now, one thing that I didn't touch on before, but it was in my track video, I think it was 2 videos ago now, the PDR system that I put in a few clips of whenever we went to the track. I don't have the SD card because my friend needed it for something, so I cannot show you, but I'll throw a clip in of when we went to the track. But yeah, that's also one of my favorite features about the car that I probably want to make another video on, like just fully explaining like how it works and how to like actually use it, format and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a little camera up here that records your this whole like everything there that you want, and yeah, it's nice to have. Just a little feature that I thought I'd throw in here. Alright guys, so next thing about the ZL1 that I absolutely love, same thing I went over whenever I did like the 3-month review, is having the A10. But yeah, I just absolutely love this transmission. It shifts so crisp and quick. It shifts faster than the Porsche PDK system, which is pretty impressive. It's just so smooth, like compared to like if you ever been to inside a new Mustang 5.0 10-speed, or any Mustang 10-speed, honestly, I think all their transmissions are like really jerky and stuff like that every time it shifts. This one you can barely tell that it's shifting. And that is the handling of this car. I absolutely cannot believe how well it handles. Even in tour mode, you can go around corners and anything, and this thing does not, like, it does not hiccup, which obviously it's got 285 tires up front, 305s in the back, so it has enough tire to hold the road, you know. But it's just something unmatched. Like, this car is just unbelievable around corners and turns and anything. Like, it's wild, especially if you keep it in sport or track mode. Sport, I wouldn't really recommend it. Track is really like for corners, if you're trying to go around like corners pretty fast. So incredible, dude. Like, actually incredible. Like, literally just hugs the corner and just stays there. Like, it's crazy to me that this car can do that at the speeds that it does it at. Is the craziest thing to me. It's unbelievable. I absolutely love this car. Again, the brakes are phenomenal too. They made this car with like the intention of you just driving the absolute out of it, and they delivered. This thing is absolutely amazing. Okay, so the last thing on the list is gonna be probably my favorite thing about the car, and that would be the supercharger whine. How crazy it is. This is an aftermarket cold air intake from Cold Air Inductions, so it does have a sound tube, so it is a little bit louder compared to stock. But even stock ZL1s, you can just hear the supercharger whine. It's one of my absolute favorite things. That paired with the Corsa exhaust that I have on here. Obviously, like I said, those aren't stock things on a ZL1, but on this ZL1, it's my favorite things about it. Just, you hear the supercharger whine up front, and then with the windows down, you can just hear the roar of the Corsa Performance exhaust. That's just so great. These two paired together are absolutely unbelievable, and by far probably my favorite thing about the car. The wrap is great and all, but I would think that, in my opinion, I prefer the sound of the supercharger with the loud exhaust that's on the back. And it's not even that loud. That's the craziest part. It's just an axle back, so a lot more could be done to this car. So who knows, maybe soon enough we'll find out how much louder it can get. I can't slide my car anymore because I ended up going through a set of tires, front and back, in a little under 6 months or 7 months. So I gotta be a lot more careful with tires, unfortunately, or else I could give you a lot more cooler videos. I know I had this one person comment on one of the videos asking me to slide the ZL1, and I did, just didn't do it on video, and just a few times that I did, it just absolutely ruined these tires. So yeah, unfortunately I will not be doing that because these tires were not cheap. This car is just unbelievable. Like, it's so cool, man. Like, just all the sounds it makes is so, you can tell it's up, like it's up there, you know, like it's not just a regular Camaro. Like, you can tell it's up a notch. All the sounds and just all the feelings and sounds and everything you get combined, like just the experience is just absolutely crazy. And like I talked about earlier with the interior, just the way that these hold you in the seat too, just absolutely amazing. These Recaros are beautiful for what they are. I always feel comfortable even doing stuff like this. Alright guys, so I was going to do it for the video. It was kind of hard to like narrow it down to like the very few things, because if I were just talking about everything that I liked about the car, we'd have a very long video and a very long list. So that's just the bigger things that I really enjoy about the car. And if you don't know much about ZL1s, maybe you learned a little bit about what they have in like the interior and stuff like that. But if y'all notice anything that I maybe didn't, or something that you know about your car that I just don't know myself, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know, or something that I may have just not talked about. But y'all be on the lookout for the next video that comes out. It's actually going to be the complete opposite of this video, which will be the dislikes I have of this car, which I'm sure some of y'all will enjoy. So that's definitely something that I'm about to work on. So be on the lookout for that, especially if you want to know some things about the ZL1 that isn't perfect, if you will. But if you enjoyed the video, like I said, leave a comment, like, be sure to subscribe, turn on bell notifications. See you in the next one.
You won't believe how many times I done and lost control. Now I ain't loose.